it's never too late to try something new. Just ask 91-year-old Margaret Raffan, who began competing in various track and field disciplines in her late 80s.
It's something I never once dreamed of. My mother had always said, don't say can't, try. So that's what I've been doing. I just kind of persevere.
She competes each year at the BC 55+ Games, where she routinely battles 90-year-old Hildegard Bushhouse for the top of the podium.
It's fun. It's always fun. I enjoy it very much, and I am very glad that in that age I still can do it.
The idea of competing first came from Raffan's friend and now coach, Yvonne Dibley.
I first started the games in 2012, and I sat on the bench next to this little sweet lady that was 94 years old or 93 years old at the time, and I watched her throw the hammer throw, the shot put, the discus. We were all following each other in the events, and I just kept thinking, my friend Margaret could be doing the same thing if she had an interest in doing it.
She thought I had potential, I guess, and I just didn't want to let her down, and then I kept this in mind about my mother to try, so that's the way I've done it, I guess.
I'm trying to convince her that 20% is the skill and 80% is what's in your mind, and you only have to focus for 5 seconds and throw that implement, let it go, and you can't change it. Walk away, you did a good job, that's all you need to do. So that's how I got her involved, and it's 3 years now, and she loves going on the road trips and hanging out with meeting up with the people that she's met for 3 years, and it really gives her a great life, meeting new people from all over BC.
Raffan grew up during the Depression in a family with 8 siblings in southern Alberta.
Depression time, you know, things were a little bit rough, but you had to kind of grow up a little bit tough. There were 5 boys and 4 girls, and well, we had a great time. We had our own entertainment, you know, so we made that our entertainment. I'm very happy that we were raised in that family. Now there's only my brother is 98, and myself, and then my younger brother, he's 88.
In 1963, looking to do something different, her and her husband would purchase an auction mart in British Columbia.
My husband was in the Navy, and he thought he could farm, but he would work on a farm, drive a tractor, and then I guess he thought that he could farm. His dad had had a bake shop and grocery store in Three Hills before that, and my husband was getting a little bit depressed. So I said, well, if we're not moving, I am. And I think that's what got us moving to BC to take up the auctioneering.
That's where we first met them, is at the auction mart. And I saw this little tiny lady that was just a whippersnapper going around, cleaning up, lifting things on the table to be auctioned off. And I'm thinking, what an incredible woman doing all of this.
And even though now she's retired, Raffan has remained busy into her 90s, becoming an inspiration for those around her.
I like to play pickleball on Tuesday mornings and Thursdays. And then my daughter, she plans a few outings for me too, and I like to mix with people, and then I walk.
She's a great inspiration because she thinks nothing of what she does, and she's pretty humble that, you know, she's just a normal, everyday person, and she doesn't want to take gratitude for stuff she does. So the first year when they were calling her name for medals, I said, Margaret, you need to go up and get your medals. And she said, oh, you got rocks in your head. I never won any medals. I said, you absolutely did win medals, and they're calling your name, so you need to go up on the podium and get your medals.
I'm a winner, I'll end up on the top. I'm a winner, I'm a train you just can't stop.
The highlight for most of us for the games is to come and see the same people we saw last year. We only get to see them once a year. And so for Margaret, I'm very happy that she gets to see all these people that look up to her too, because of here is this lady, look at what she can do. We've made a scrapbook for Margaret, and Margaret's made one too, and so we've got all the things in it so that her children, if it's out on the coffee table, or grandkids can look at this and say, you were 89 there, you were 91 there, and that's a very special moment.
Yes, it's a fitting tribute for a lady who's not afraid to try something new.
We're only promised a day at a time, and I think we make the most of it. That's it, and we persevere and just wake up in the morning, thank God that we're still above the grass.